To get into the Shaolin Temple to learn Kung Fu, the man used a razor to shave his head completely bald. Then, without hesitation, he knocked over the incense burner and desperately pressed his head against the burning incense sticks. After burning the right side, he started on the left, but feeling it was taking too long, he grabbed two thick incense sticks and pressed them directly onto his scalp. Even as the pain brought him to his knees, he didn't stop. When he finally burned the scars into his head with the incense, the pain caused him to pass out. When he woke up the next day, he found himself dressed in monk's robes and assumed the Shaolin Temple had accepted him. He picked up a staff and headed to the training hall. Since the Shaolin Temple was frequently threatened by wolf packs, the monks practiced staff techniques for self-defense, but their moves only targeted the wolves' claws and fangs without killing them. The man thought these techniques were useless against wolves, so he gave it his all, striking the wooden wolf dummy with tremendous force and smashing it to pieces in just a few blows. When the abbot heard about this, he flew into a rage, but the man argued that the wolves needed to be completely defeated to eliminate future threats. The abbot told him that as a monk, he must have a compassionate heart. He then demonstrated the proper staff technique for dealing with wolves, breaking the wooden wolf's four legs, inserting the staff into the wolf's mouth to loosen its fangs, and finally striking its head. This way, the wolf lost its strength but not its life. The man understood. He begged the abbot to let him stay at the Shaolin Temple, but the abbot refused. To show sincere repentance, the man went to a cave behind the Shaolin Temple and practiced staff techniques daily against the vines at the cave entrance. He flipped all the vines over with his staff, then carefully untangled them one by one. The vines remained intact. Then he would jump onto a rock and strike the water's surface wildly with his staff, using the water's flexibility to train his control. The abbot happened to witness this training and, seeing the man's transformation, decided to give him another chance. However, he still needed to pass the wooden wolf training test. The man only needed to loosen the wooden wolf's fangs to pass. The abbot controlled the wooden wolf to block his attacks, giving him no opportunity to strike at the fangs. Besides defending, the wooden wolf could also counterattack with its tail and limbs. The man had to maintain distance and look for an opening. When he saw the wooden wolf preparing to attack, he immediately launched a fierce strike at its fangs. The abbot quickly tried to close the wolf's mouth, but the man spotted the weakness and thrust his staff directly into the wooden wolf's mouth. He successfully knocked out its teeth. This time, except for the fangs, the wooden wolf remained completely unharmed. The abbot kept his promise and accepted the man as his disciple.